What is up, everybody? Jeremy Icenfire here, and welcome back to the channel. And this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 9 of From, entitled Ball of Magic Fire. And after the roller coaster of emotions that episode 8 was, I really cannot wait to see where they go from here, and I still believe that all roads are eventually going to lead to the lighthouse. The synopsis for episode 9 is very interesting as well. It reads, "Panic spreads throughout the town as residents face a chilling new threat to their survival, and Jim realizes the magnitude of the mistake he made by enlisting Randall in his cause." As we see at the end of episode 8, Randall is really starting to go rogue and off the rails here. He went and kidnapped Donna and trussed her up to the tree, and Lord only knows what he is planning. Seems like he's going to use her as bait, though. And the episode 9 trailer starts off with Donna, Jim, and Randall where we last saw them with Donna tied to the tree. And Randall says, "This was your idea." And Jim clearly had something different in mind. Of course, in episode 8, we saw Jim had the idea that him and Randall would go and sneak out to the RV and spend a night observing the monsters and see how they would act if they don't know they're being watched. But then he comes to find out that Randall went off on his own and kidnapped Donna and is clearly planning something else. And Jim responds to Randall with, "This was not part of the plan. We are not doing this." I get the feeling that Randall probably wants to use Donna as some type of bait, leave her tied up to this tree, and see what really happens when the monsters come out at night and watch from a safe distance. But this is something Jim is clearly not down for. Another thing we saw Jim say in episode 8 was he's not going to let this place turn him into something that he's not. So I have a feeling he's going to get Donna out of this, and who knows, maybe Randall might end up not walking out of this one. Next, the trailer flashes to Jade and Tabitha, and they are looking at Victor's sister's drawings that we saw at the end of the last episode, particularly the drawing of the lighthouse. And Tabitha says to Jade, "Victor said his mother was on her way to rescue the children locked in the tower. And what if the children are only looking for my help?" So Tabitha is warming up to the possibility that maybe these children aren't so malicious after all. Maybe they will actually hold a key to them actually finding some answers. Especially seeing as I am almost pretty sure that these are the same children that Victor's mother tried to go rescue in that tower. And of course, we see the revelation that Victor was suppressing the memory that he had a sister as well. And just as Victor's mom told Victor to stay in the cellar, it seems like Victor completely just repressed the memory that his sister was there with him the whole time and that he failed to keep his sister safe. And you really start to get an insight as to why Victor is so emotionally damaged. He's carrying a lot of PTSD. And of course, we're probably made to think that Victor's mother and his sister are long dead by now, but I have a feeling that they might not be as dead as we think. As Victor's mother takes off to go rescue the children, maybe she got to the tower and something went incredibly wrong and they ended up getting captured. Who knows? Maybe Victor's mother and his sister are still being held in that tower for all we know. Another possibility is that they were forced to escape without Victor. We hear Victor's mother say to them that as soon as she gets back from the tower, they are going home, almost indicating that Victor's mother may have potentially found a way to escape Fromville. Maybe something went wrong in the tower and Victor's mother and his sister just didn't have time to go back for Victor and they were forced to escape without him, leaving Victor stranded in Fromville alone. Which of course would be incredibly heartbreaking if that was the case. And then there's the mystery of Victor's mother's bracelet, which looks an awful lot like the same bracelet that Tabitha gave Jim that we saw in Season 1 that mysteriously found its way in the Fromville storage locker. And definitely let me know down in the comment section as well, what do you think this means? Is this the same bracelet? And if it is, how exactly did it find its way in this storage locker? Next, the trailer flashes to Sarah and Kenny at the sheriff's station, and Sarah is asking Kenny, "Did Boyd ever tell you what happened out in the forest?" And she proceeds to tell Kenny that this place feeds on our pain. And it definitely doesn't look like Kenny is in the best headspace himself either. We saw in episode 8 that Kenny himself is starting to experience his own visions and hallucinations. We saw the burning hot cicada burn him in his dream, and then he wakes up with the burn still on his arm. And I think we have entered the new terror phase of the show. We have been getting teased that a new form of terror is brewing, and I believe this is that new form of terror. These nightmare hallucination scenarios, where whatever happens to them in their dream seems to carry over to the real world. Then the trailer ends with a shot of Boyd at what appears to be the Matthews RV, and maybe he is out in the woods trying to rescue Donna or something, but it seems like he hears a voice, and the voice sounds an awful lot like his deceased wife, Abby, saying, "Boyd, come back to me." And then the trailer ends. But what exactly is going on with Boyd here? Is Abby really trying to attempt to communicate with Boyd, or is this just another ballerina hallucination dream type scenario? We are down to the final 2 episodes, and I cannot wait to see how Season 2 ends. Of course, we also got that cryptic phone call at the beginning of Episode 8 that Kenny received as well, in which a mysterious voice says, "They come, they break, they steal. No one here is free. Here they come for 3 unless you stop the melody." Which is super cryptic in and of itself, but it could potentially be pointing to a few things. The number 3, for instance, we have noticed there has been exactly 3 new people who have seen the ballerina box and have all had weird hallucinations along with it, with Mari, Kenny, and now Elgin. And the cryptic message ends off with, "Unless you stop the melody." Now, could this potentially be referring to the fact that they need to destroy the real original ballerina box for these visions to stop? I get the feeling that the ballerina box that Boyd saw in the tower with Martin was the real original ballerina box, and everyone that we're seeing has just been manifestations of that real one. Maybe they have to go and physically find that real ballerina box and destroy it for these visions to stop. But who knows? Either way, it definitely looks like all signs are pointing to Season 2 ending at the lighthouse, and I cannot wait to get there, and I cannot wait to see what we find inside the lighthouse. Are the children still being held in that lighthouse? What exactly is going on? Or could it potentially be a base of operations, for lack of a better term, for who was ever on the other end of the radio that Jim heard at the end of Season 1? Definitely let me know your thoughts and predictions down below in the comment sections. Where exactly do you think Season 2 is going to end, and what exactly will we find in this lighthouse? But that is going to do it for this trailer breakdown for Episode 9 of From, entitled Ball of Magic Fire, airing next Sunday, and I cannot wait to see where we go from here. We are down to the final 2 episodes, and I have a feeling things are only going to continue to heat up. Don't forget to leave a like on your way out, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications to stay up to date on all of our upcoming content, as we will be covering all things From. And don't forget to come and join us live every Monday night for our live after show, where we dive into the latest episodes and the show's deepest mysteries. And as soon as Season 2 ends, we hope you come back and join us for a Season 1 rewatch party, where we will be going back and watching the entirety of Season 1 from start to finish, and seeing if we can pick up on some things that we may have missed the first go-around. And as always, I want to give a big thank you to everyone for watching, and a huge thank you to all of our new subscribers and channel members and everyone who has been joining us for the live watch parties. They have been a ton of fun. And until next time, keep those tinfoil hats handy, everyone, and I will see you on the next one.